Hello and welcome. I'm Saeed from StoryPlanet.net. Dive right into the essence of the most captivating books without reading them cover to cover. Whether you're on the go, at the gym, or just relaxing at home, we offer you a unique and enriching listening experience. Today, we are exploring the book Essentialism, a creation by McKeown. In Essentialism, 2014, you will learn the art of accomplishing more with less effort. This book provides practical strategies to help you realign your priorities and cut out all the unnecessary clutter in your daily life, allowing you to achieve greater productivity and fulfillment. Before we delve into these revelations, it's interesting to note that McKeown, a widely recognized author and management consultant, has provided coaching services to renowned companies including Google, Facebook, Apple, Twitter, and LinkedIn. He completed his MBA at Stanford University, co-creating the innovative course Designing Life. Additionally, he has authored the highly acclaimed book Multipliers. With 10 key ideas to unveil, brace yourself for a deep dive into this captivating book. On StoryPlanet.net. To start, sometimes having less can actually be more beneficial. This is because when you have less, you have the opportunity to focus on what truly matters and eliminate any unnecessary distractions. By simplifying your life and reducing clutter, you can improve your overall well-being and increase your productivity. Having less can also lead to increased freedom and flexibility, as you are not tied down by excessive possessions or commitments. Ultimately, embracing the concept of less is more can help you live a more intentional and fulfilling life. In this age of abundance, people feel pressured to do and have it all, but this mindset is unrealistic and can lead to cluttered lives and unhappiness. Instead, it's important to focus on what is truly essential to our happiness and well-being. This book teaches how to identify and prioritize these essential things and eliminate everything else for better mental and emotional focus. It highlights examples like decluttering our closets and airlines trying to do too much. It also mentions the similarities between sleep-deprived overachievers and drunks. Key idea number 1. To avoid being overwhelmed by excessive work, adopting the essentialism principle is crucial. Our lives are filled with too many tasks and responsibilities, making it difficult to determine our priorities. Essentialism focuses on doing less but doing it better by identifying the less important things to cut out and focusing on what matters most. It's about choosing a direction and making significant progress in that area. Constantly question and update your plans to ensure your time and energy are being used effectively. Once priorities are determined, waste no time in implementing changes. Many of us are far from adopting an essentialist approach. Key idea number 2. Being overwhelmed by tasks hinders our decision-making abilities. The text explains the concept of learned helplessness and how it can lead to a loss of control over our ability to choose. The example of the experiment on dogs is given to illustrate this concept. When we give up our power to choose, others can choose for us. People who feel their efforts are futile either give up or become overly active, accepting any opportunity presented to them. However, it is those who offer the choices who hold the real power. Key idea number 3. Embrace the concept of less but better and recognize that making trade-offs is a natural part of life. Southwest Airlines achieved remarkable success by focusing on doing a few vital things very well, such as flying people from point A to point B. They understood the importance of making trade-offs and not trying to do everything. Continental Airlines, on the other hand, tried to imitate Southwest's strategy, but failed because they couldn't sacrifice the non-essential and lost millions as a result. Essentialism is about cutting out unimportant tasks and focusing on what is vital. The following summarizer will show you how to find the path of essentialism. Key idea number 4. Taking time for yourself and gaining perspective will enable you to differentiate between what is important and what is not. Boredom can actually be beneficial as it gives us time to think clearly and assess our priorities. Newton and Einstein used solitude to think about their groundbreaking theories. Successful CEOs also schedule time for thinking. Maintaining focus on the big picture is important and can be achieved by keeping a journal and focusing on essential tasks. Key idea number 5. Take time to play and relax in order to stimulate your creativity. Play is often seen as unproductive and trivial by adults, but essentialists recognize its importance as a tool for inspiration. Companies like Twitter, Pixar, and Google promote play because they know it leads to inspired and productive employees. However, play should not overshadow the importance of rest and sleep. Sleep increases productivity and cognitive function, and lack of sleep has been shown to impair performance, comparable to a 0.1% blood alcohol level. Play and sleep are both vital for creativity, stress relief, and task analysis. Key idea number 6. The advice is to be ruthless in eliminating non-essential things. When decluttering or making decisions, we often struggle to let go of unnecessary things. To avoid this trap, we can use the 90% rule, where anything that scores less than 90 is discarded. Another method is to establish 3 minimum requirements and 2 ideal ones, ensuring that an item meets these criteria to keep it. These strategies help prevent us from holding on to trivial items and make decisions more effectively. Key idea number 7. The text advises saying no to non-essential tasks and prioritizing careful planning for essential tasks. When decluttering and deciding what is essential, it is important to separate the decision from the relationship. Saying no can be difficult, but it is necessary to prioritize what truly matters. Failing to say no to non-vital things can cause missed opportunities. Once you become comfortable saying no, focus on planning the vital tasks that are left. Have a clear and concrete essential intent, such as building affordable, environmentally friendly homes for families. It is important to know how you will know when you have reached your goal to have clarity. Key idea number 8. This text is advising the reader to stop engaging in unnecessary activities by learning from past failures and establishing clear boundaries. The sunk cost bias is the tendency to continue investing in something that is unlikely to succeed. To illustrate this, the Concorde jet was a failure, but the French and British governments continued investing in it for 4 decades. To avoid this trap, it's important to admit mistakes and let them go. Setting clear boundaries can also help, as they make life easier and more enjoyable. For example, separating work and family by not allowing work in the home. Key idea number 9. To stay on track, it is essential to remove obstacles and plan effectively. To practice essentialism effectively, one must focus on execution. This involves identifying and eliminating the things that slow you down instead of finding workarounds. An example is given of a boy scout leader who solves the problem of scouts being left behind by redistributing weight in their backpacks. Essentialists also prepare for unexpected obstacles by giving themselves a 50% buffer of time in their plans. This allows for corrections if anything slows them down. Key idea number 10. Essentialist life focuses on oneself, following a routine and progressing step by step. Creating success is about building upon previous progress with small, incremental steps. Small wins create momentum and confidence. Small steps can have far-reaching consequences, like in the example of the police department in Richmond, Canada, who reduced recidivism rates by rewarding young people for good behavior. Stick with your approach by establishing a routine that aligns with your goals. Olympic swimmer Michael Phelps visualized and trained according to a routine, leading to his success in the Olympics. In conclusion, the main point of the book is that only a few things are truly important for our goals and well-being, and the rest is unimportant. By focusing on these essentials and learning to do less, we can create a more productive and fulfilling life. The actionable advice is to be an editor and cut out unnecessary responsibilities and possessions. The suggested further reading is The Power of Less by Leo Babauta, which promotes productive minimalism and the development of good habits. Thank you for listening to this summary. If you enjoyed this exploration, we invite you to discover other fascinating books on storyplanet.net. Don't wait any longer. A multitude of books, stories, and knowledge await you there. See you soon on storyplanet.net.